I am Brittany. I am just a BT right now, working towards getting my RBT. And I'm currently at our Birch Run location.
All right, perfect. And do you have any professional certifications currently?
Nope, working hard towards it though.
Okay, working towards that RBT certification. Good. All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what's your favorite color, your favorite food, your favorite animal, that sort of stuff.
My favorite color is purple. Weirdly enough, wearing a bunch of pink today though. But no, I am a purple person. I love spaghetti, but I'm very picky. I really only like my own spaghetti.
Hmm. Okay.
It's a very weird thing. I made my own recipe and everything, and so that's what I tend to go with.
You know,
And then
it's funny. I'm also a spaghetti person, like big time. My wife is always on me because anytime we go somewhere new, like if we're off on vacation, we go to a diner, I always get the spaghetti. I don't know why. I feel like I need to try every diner spaghetti, even though they taste very similar, 90% of them.
well, see, spaghetti is just so filling between the meat sauce and the pasta and everything else. It's
Yeah.
just a perfect dinner.
And who doesn't love a bunch of sauce on something?
Right. I agree. I agree. And then my favorite animal is a wolf.
Wolf. Okay, good.
Yep. I
Uh,
like dogs, so
what was that?
I say I like dogs. So I mean, the wolf is just kind of it's right there, a little
Yeah,
bit more wild.
yeah, of course, yeah. And then also, what is your favorite type of music or musician? Favorite TV show, your favorite movie, and what are some of your hobbies?
Okay. My favorite TV show, I'd have to say SpongeBob.
Okay.
I am a child at heart and I will watch SpongeBob all day, every day. There's a huge marathon of it right now, and I've been very excited just watching that all day. Um, I don't really have a particular favorite movie, but I love Disney movies.
Okay.
So I will watch those on repeat. Um, and then as far as hobbies go, I do a lot of different stuff. I crochet, I write, I read, anything that just keeps my mind busy.
Good, good. Now, you said Disney movies. How are you on some of the live action remakes? You like them? Don't like them?
Some have been fantastic, some have been weird. Most of the time I like them. I think my favorite out of all the remakes that they've done has been The Beauty and the Beast. It was so closely related to the movie that you could almost line it up piece by piece and it was practically the same, but the acting was still phenomenal.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a good one. I over, through COVID and everything and through the shutdowns, I'd spent a lot of time on Disney Plus. I'm sure you did too.
Oh yeah.
I probably watched the original Mulan like 5 times. I'm not kidding, like 5 times. I love that movie for no reason in particular. I just like the movie. And then when the live action came out, I was really excited, but I also have a 2-year-old who was running around that literally won't let me pay attention to anything. So I kind of felt like, man, I missed out, so I got to rewatch it still. But
It's fantastic, very female empowered.
yeah, yeah,
It's a great movie.
and I think that's what I liked about the original Mulan is that it really gave you that sense of just, respect people for who they are kind of thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And they stick through that with the live action.
Oh yeah, yep, definitely. So good. All right. Well, let's go on to our next question here. When you wake up in the morning, how do you get motivated for the day?
Coffee, it's my go-go juice. First thing I normally do is I go downstairs, I turn the pot on, let it warm up, get my coffee going, and then I will flip through the news for about 20 minutes. Once I feel like I've gotten my daily dose of what is going on in the world, then I'm pretty much up and ready to go.
Good.
Let the dog out, feed
Yeah.
the animals, all that fun stuff, but that all has to come after coffee.
I am the exact same way. It's like the first thing in the morning. You don't even talk to anyone. Just walk downstairs and
Nope.
start it.
Yep, and that's exactly. You just turn on the pot. You're like just 5 minutes, and then we're good. Just 5 minutes.
Good. All right. And then when you come home at the end of at the end of the day, how do you unwind and relax?
Normally with my dog, I have a boxer mix, and she is my world. So come home, and normally it's sit right on the floor in the kitchen, let her come up, do everything, because she just wants to be in your face. So it's just easier if you come and sit down right when you get home, and then she'll sit on your lap, give your hellos, and that normally winds me down pretty good because she's very calming for being a boxer.
I was gonna say boxers are usually pretty rambunctious, aren't they?
She can be very neurotic, yes.
Well, that's fun. And then, if you're comfortable with it, can you tell us a little bit about your family life?
Sure. I have both. I was lucky enough. I was actually able to have both my parents, my grandparents, and my great grandparents up until just recently. So, huge, huge, huge family. I have two younger sisters. One is 24. She's 24 now. And she has my cutest little nephew in the whole world, Carson. And then my baby sister, who just turned 21 this year, is married to a professional hockey player in Germany.
Ooh.
Yes. And we're excited because we're doing our United States wedding in June this year. So both of them will be coming down, and we'll be able to do our big celebration now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge, huge hockey guy. I've been playing hockey since I was like 4 years old. So
Same.
yeah, really? That's awesome.
Yes. I love hockey. I'm actually next Thursday, Red Wings game.
Oh, they're letting people in?
Very limited. It's 500 people. We signed up for their new program called the Winged Wheel Nation.
Okay.
And by doing that, so they're taking season tickets, and instead of doing just this big, you have to buy the whole season. You can say in this, it's a monthly thing, kind of like a membership. You can say, I want 6 games or 11 games or however many, and then they add it all up, and then break it up into monthly payments.
That's awesome.
It is. And because we signed up for it, they gave us 2 free tickets. So we're going to see them against Tampa Bay next week.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much versus a former Stanley Cup champion at all.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's awesome. It's like I'm a giant St. Louis Blues fan. So
Yeah.
I finally got a Stanley Cup to that I could cheer for a couple of years ago. So that was nice. But like it's tough watching those games on TV because they can have like 5,000 fans in the arena. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, it's only about an 8-hour drive. I can leave work, go there. I'm trying to think of all these things I can do, but it's not going to happen. Not with 2 young kids at home, at least.
Oh, probably not. But it is. I will never forget my first Red Wings hockey game, and it has caused an addiction ever since. I can watch it at home on TV. I'm a loud hockey fan, so I'm that person that I feel like they can hear me when I'm screaming through the TV, shoot the puck, shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with there only being 500 people, including staff in the arena, there's not many. So they're probably going to hear everything, and there's a good chance I might get kicked out.
I think as long as you don't cuss anyone out, it's pretty good at a hockey game.
So. That's the goal. As long as you can just keep it all down to a minimum, then hey, you're good.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Okay. So let's go on. All right. It's a Saturday night. You have nothing to do. How are you spending your time?
Movies.
Okay.
I will cuddle up in a nice big fuzzy blanket, wrap myself all up in a bundle, dogs sitting on the lap, cats doing whatever they're going to do, and I will just watch movies all night. That's my happy place.
Is there a particular movie snack that you like that you have to have?
Popcorn, salty snacks, Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are another go-to.
Love Cheez-Its.
Right. They're such a great snack.
One of my absolute favorites, for sure.
Yep.
If you won the lottery, how would you spend that money?
I would first off pay off my parents' house because honestly, they've done so much for me. If I ever had a great opportunity like that, I would want to give it back to them. Definitely. And then I'd probably go, find a house in a little bit better area. We're not in the greatest area of Saginaw. So moving out of that area would be kind of nice. And then I think I'd honestly just drop the rest into savings because I feel like it would just be the smartest thing to do. If you have that much money, put it in savings, don't spend it all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, hey, I could not work the rest of my life if I saved it, right?
Exactly. I mean, and these jackpots hitting almost $1 billion lately. I mean,
right.
Your next like 5 generations don't have to work.
Exactly. So definitely drop it into savings after we get a couple things paid off.
Yep, exactly. There you go. All right. So if you're going swimming, do you prefer a pool, a beach, or a lake or a river, and why?
I prefer a pool, actually. I was a swimmer in high school, as well as on the diving team, and I'm not a weird person with like fish and lakes or anything else like that, but it's kind of I mean, lake's a little bit more dirtier where a pool is pretty clean. And I've actually never been to the ocean to say if I liked it or not.
Hmm. Okay. It's funny. I was actually a swimmer in high school as well. It seems like we're almost the same person.
Right. I feel like we have a lot in common.
Yeah, yeah. Um, no, that's interesting because like a lot of people that I grew up with and swam with, somehow we get on these conversations and everything, and most of us prefer a lake and a river. So yeah, I think it also is because I grew up in the Port Huron area, which is right on the
Okay.
eastern shore.
Yep.
So we had Lake Huron, we've got the St. Clair River there, and that's where we always were after school and stuff.
Oh yeah, you got tons of stuff to do out there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we're in the bay. So I mean we could go to the lake more often. And I don't mind it. Like I'll swim in the lake. It's fun. But I don't know, there's something nice about jumping in my pool and I know it's clean and
Yeah. You know
I can
what's
just go to town.
all right. So describe your perfect vacation.
Honestly, one, and we're planning it right now. So hopefully we can go sometime next year. I've always wanted to go down to New Orleans, not during Mardi Gras because I think that would just be too chaotic for everybody involved. But I love Southern food. And I feel like that would just be the best place to just get a little bit of everything, your beignets and your lobster dishes and the oyster, the whole kit and caboodle. I love the music and the history that's in New Orleans. So it was something I've always wanted to do, and we're actually making a plan. So hopefully soon.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never been there either. I've had a couple friends and stuff go, and they said it was really nice. Just like any other big city, kind of stay to like the more well lit areas, more touristy areas.
Right.
You get off anywhere else, it's a little sketchy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? And then what would your dream house be like, well, in that area?
If I could live anywhere, it is weird, but I think I would live in Alaska.
Hmm.
I don't like the heat. Alaska doesn't get too hot. And I don't mind the cold. So I mean, winter's pretty. It's the winter sports person in me. So I prefer the cold definitely. And I had a friend who lived up in Alaska for the longest time, and the pictures she would send me of the landscapes and the northern lights and everything else, it was just to die for. And I don't need a whole lot of space. Like I don't want a big mansion. Honestly, just a little 2-story house with just enough room for me and my pets, and I would be a pretty happy camper in the
Yeah,
middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees.
that'd be wonderful.
It, it, it I my buddy's house was perfect. It was just this cute little thing on top of a big old plot of land, and she'd have moose running through her yard.
Nice.
Random, just the craziest animals she'd send me pictures of, and I'm just flabbergasted by it every time.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be at least nice to visit.
Oh yeah,
All right. Now, how long have you been working in autism services?
I have been working within autism services for just under a year now. Because before I was in ABA therapy, I worked in a group home for autistic elderly people, and I did that for a while. It was pretty fun. I really miss the residents over there.
Yeah, that's I don't know if you know much about like our parent company, um, but they've got a home health care side, and then they also
Mhm.
do residential living for people with brain injuries and spinal cord injuries.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's generally the number one thing I hear from people who work in the residential living facilities is that I got so attached to the clients, or when someone
Yep.
moves on or moves out, they're like, oh, I miss them so much.
Oh, I know. I think about it more often than I probably should. I definitely miss everybody I worked with over there. We had some of the coolest residents.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
They
sure.
were they were amazing.
Good. All right. Now let's see. Take us through a normal day working with your clients.
It depends on the day. So on days like today, I have a morning client and afternoon client. When we get in, my morning girl is a ball full of energy. So normally the first 30, 40 minutes is chasing her around the building and trying to get her to calm down and bring it in. And we're working on numbers. So then we'll pull her over to the number mat and have her show me which one she knows and prompt her where we got to prompt her to start learning some of her new ones. Snack by about 11. And then she's gone at about 1. And I have 2 hours that I get to hang out. And then my afternoon girl, she is scripting and echoing, which is always entertaining because she will come in and you never know what she's going to say because you don't know what she watches at home. So 9/10 of my day, because we're still just running baseline with her. 9/10 of my day is just trying to figure out what is going to come out of her mouth next, which is probably one of my favorite activities. Like, hon, did we just hear that right?
Yeah.
Making sure that was it. Yesterday she was talking. She looked at me randomly and she said, "Why are pizza boxes square?" I was like, "What?" That's a good question, but what?
Yeah.
Then it's a hot shower, cold shower. I prefer a cold shower. We don't know where she gets it, but it's always entertaining and it makes us smile all day.
That's fun. It sounds like you're always on your toes.
Always. There's definitely no like, hold on. No, this is gonna be a pretty easy day. I know what we're gonna do from start to finish. No, you never know.
Yeah.
You absolutely never know with them.
Good. So what drew you to this industry?
Working with the clients in the residential in the residential side of stuff is what started it. The only thing I didn't like was there's no hands-on teaching. It was more or less you were kind of there for them to take care of them. I then became intrigued about the idea of, okay, well, how about we help maybe make their lives a little easier, teach them how to use the dishwasher. And I'd gotten shot down a little bit about that. So I wanted to stick in the same field working within the autism community. And I managed to find this job, and I've been elated because this was exactly what I was looking for, being able to help somebody become who they want to be, and help them towards their goals while, listening and being a friend.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It definitely sounds like you have, that kind heart and that helping attitude that's really needed for sure.
And I hope so. My kids seem to like me, so I'm hoping I'm doing something right here.
So what is your favorite part about working in ABA?
Honestly, my favorite part is when the parents come in and they pick you, and they're either picking up the kids or dropping them off. My afternoon girl, her mom came up to me the other day and she said, I know we haven't been doing this for that long, but I'm already seeing an improvement. And hearing that just made my heart soar, knowing that, because it's never easy. Nothing in this job is necessarily the easiest, but it is probably the most rewarding, especially when you have the parent coming up to you and say, she's been struggling with eye contact. And now she looks at me every time she needs something. You're like, well, I've been working on that for weeks now. So yay, we did it. So that's probably my favorite part. I mean, I love the kids and I love what I do, but the rewarding aspect of it is what just keeps me wanting to go, knowing that I'm doing it and it's working, and the parents are happy with it.
Yeah, good. It's always nice to have that good feeling of knowing that you have helped somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. And what would be your advice to someone who wants to start working in ABA?
The biggest advice that I think I could give anybody is just be open-minded. Because nothing, you might think you know as much as you can know about the autism community or ABA in general, but there are things that even my BCBA looks at me and says, oh man, I didn't even think about that. So, I mean, you have to go in open-minded with a lot of open communication, because this is also a very highly critical role. Your BCBA kind of moves you in the direction that you need to go. And if you can't take that criticism, then it's not going to get any better. So that would be my big thing. Open mind and open communication for sure is the biggest advice I could give to anybody.
Good. All right. So final question. Basically what I want to do is I'm going to end this interview with a giant billboard and you get to pick what goes on it. So what would you put on your billboard?
Mine would definitely be never let life impede on your ability to manifest your dreams.
Nice.
Hmm.
It's all. It's like perfect because
I I
it's
feel
like
like I
for the whole
that
last year.
right. Well, and it's something that I kind of have to tell myself a lot too. I have a habit of downing on myself and letting life get in the way of what I want to do. And like even at first with this, I thought the drive was going to be a little bit too far for me, and I kept saying, man, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to stick in this field. And I finally decided to tell myself, you know what? No, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to let anything get in the way of it. So,
There you go. Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you, Brittany. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Um,
thanks too.
go out there and keep kicking butt. You're doing great, it sounds like.
Thank you.